Toyota Supra. Have you guessed it yet, driver? The BMW Z4, the perfect ride for the winding road through nature you're about to start. Driver, I've heard the gearbox can be tricky on that one. Experienced the ins and outs of drift racing, and now you get to demonstrate how the power of your car matches the powerful sights of nature. Manoa Canyon tends to take one's breath away. Let's hope the hum of the waterfalls will soothe the roar of your engine, driver. produce sure obscured some of the sights in your last run, but your keen eye catches everything. As far as the make, but as your challenge increases, we have to pump up the prestige. Make your way to the tag quick, because you'll be making some curves with the Lamborghini Murcielago. This will be busy, driver. The urban sprawl of Honolulu mixes well with dim-lit escapades. Don't get distracted by the allure of the city or the weather conditions. Keep your focus on those combos. enjoyed that particular ride, but you'll need to keep that expert touch for what comes next. It would be a shame to not continue this trend, driver, so MOTORFEST have prepared another supercar for another all-star performance. The McLaren 12C is a perfect vessel for what you're about to attempt at the docks. You've seen this harbour before, but I'm sure the sights of those majestic ships never get old. Pearl Harbour is your oyster for this run, driver. Make it count. Goldeneye Resort. Let's provide the guests there with a spectacle they will not soon forget. If you can spare the focus as you rake up the points, take a look at the lovely gulfs and the sea. Absorb the views, enjoy yourself.
I'ma give all of my people a portion of fortune on flipping the block.
MOTORFEST thought that the second drift experience should crescendo around the observatory. Not only is it a landmark site on the island, but you also have a striking view of the volcanoes. Indulge us with your excellence, driver. This a do-over. Show must go on. Congratulations, driver! You've ascended a step closer to being a MOTORFEST legend. A new reward is waiting for you within the activity menu. It's time to reap your reward. Your vehicle is ready for you. I hope you enjoyed this refreshing review. A new playlist means new adventures, driver. Let's give the new playlist a spin.
anyone is going to give you dirt on the claw blade, Chief, it's Killjoy.
What up, everybody? Brian Scotto here from the Hoonigans, and this is the Gymkhana Grid Masters playlist. We'll go for it. So, like,
how many times I've heard this?
Have you ever listened, though? The crew at MOTORFEST invited us out here to do what Hoonigan does best, and that's build a Gymkhana right here in Hawaii. For this, we obviously need a driver that's ready to go fast and break a few things along the way. Before becoming a proper Gymkhana driver, you're gonna have to master the craft, and that means a bit of workshopping and a lot of action. Every Gymkhana driver gets a dope machine, and you will get yours. But first, you're gonna have to get to the end of this.
No room for cautious driving anymore. Here, you drive like a Hoonigan. Another activity awaits. Scott is waiting to introduce you to your new playground. Here, you're going to learn the ways of Hoonigan through various workshops set up by their team. Once your training is over, you'll be a real Gymkhana driver, capable of leading your own Gymkhana. But let's start at the beginning.
Yo, what's up? Scotto here from Hoonigan. Hey, I'm super stoked to see another aspiring Gymkhana driver, and I want to welcome you to Tire Slayer Studios, our headquarters. The MOTORFEST gave us free reign to create our own Gymkhana Grid playground and practice our craft. This is the place to hone and perfect our skills in 3 different level zones. Show me your creativity, and you might get your chance to become the Gymkhana MOTORFEST driver. But for now, let me just show you around. You're gonna love it here. Looks like you're not the only one working out today. Lots of drivers out to burn rubber. No pressure. There's no need to rush this morning. Hey, this guy ahead, he's doing great at donuts. New rule, the more tricks you perform, the more bucks you earn. But wait too long between tricks, and the buck counter will drop. That bonus is for true Gymkhana Masters only. Our 360 Madman is back. Go slide his line, just follow his tire tracks. That's why I love this place. You have a wrecking ball, and you always have guys to get creative with it. Performing the wildest tricks. This is the Gymkhana DNA. a bit of preparation to become a Gymkhana driver. A lot, in fact. But for now, just remember this. If you have the right mindset, you'll be capable of anything. Like drifting to the edge of a canyon, or jumping over a helicopter, or, I don't know, anything. Damn, we're coming to the end, and I haven't even told you about this monster that spits fire out of its V8. I mean, you are driving the mother of all Mustangs. Cross that line, and I'll tell you more about it. So in the first event, you already get to drive the Unicorn. Realize that's the wildest Gymkhana machine we have ever built. You're a lucky one. It took us 2 years to transform a 1965 Mustang into that. The updated version uses the same Ford V8, but this time with 2 massive turbos. Let's see how you did on this first outing. We'll film a few moments, a good way to see how you progress through the playlist. It's gonna take some time for you to harness all of this power. This thing makes crazy torque. It's not exactly a ride for beginners. All right, look, we're gonna keep the Unicorn, but we're gonna stay on the grid playground. I wanna see how accurately you can actually slide this thing around.
Come on, driver. The real Gymkhana quest starts now with your burst drills. Score as many points as possible by performing the requested stunts, and you're sure to impress Scotto. Shouldn't be an issue. The Unicorn was born to stunt.
Okay, first training session, we're gonna rough up the Unicorn a bit. We're focusing on Gymkhana essentials, big slides, and precision. Get the right amount of points, and we move on. You'll love the next trick. It's the grind rail. To grind these, you need to be properly aligned and to hit them at a high speed to slide all the way. On your right and back again. Figure 8 ahead. Try not to slide too wide. Now toss it back the other way. Up for a little grind rail? Passing through these tunnels earns you points too. They force you to be precise. Come on, one last round. Give me a few more tricks.
That's a tire-slaying monster. Don't be shy with it. Hell yeah, that's my driver. The first time we installed the grind rail was in Florida. We thought a car doing the skateboard trick? Man, that's gotta be cool. And it was.
You've just taken your first step in the quest to becoming a Gymkhana master. The tricks we set up require a ton of precision and therefore training. Proper car control requires timing and impact. Everything is weight balance. Engage the brake hard at that perfect moment, get proper steering, but above all, never lift. Let's see how you handled your first slides with the unicorn. So now the real test is going to be whether or not you can manage to put this all together in real Gymkhana conditions. First, out of this first stat I want to put together. There's 2 cars I want to see go head to head. Take your pick.
A great way to hone your new skills. As Scotto said, let's take a break before resuming your Gymkhana quest with a This versus That episode. Hoonigan does countless car-related things, from custo to pro racing. But one of their favorite activities is as simple as it is fun, to compare cars by racing them. Today, we're comparing 2 cars that are very special to our host. You'll find out more later. For now, you just have to pick your horse.
The Coupe Quattro, a turbo monster with infinite blueness. We're into This versus That event. The guys and I do it all the time. We put 2 cars on the grid and see which one is the fastest. We can only compare cars for the fun of it. Don't worry if you lose. But let's see if you bet on the right horse. Our 2 competitors today belong to the collection of a true Volkswagen nerd, me. These cars on track, it makes me feel emotional. And a little bit anxious, to be honest. Don't crash yours, please. I'll tell Gary the same thing. This race is like seeing a Jack Ferdinand Porsche fighting a buffed-up August Hork in the octagon. In the red corner, the 965 Turbo, upgraded to over 400 horsepower with Japanese aesthetics. Love this. And in the blue corner, the 1990 Coupe Quattro with a big turbo that takes it up over 800 horsepower. A good little boy. They both have a lot of power and they're both insane. I'm not going to bed before kissing these two beauties goodnight. It calms me. Listen, you keep that to yourself, all right? It's just, you know, I'm really proud of these machines. See the volcano? My guys are preparing a first Gymkhana test for you over there. Things are gonna get real. The end is near. Oh boy, it's gonna be tough watching either of my babies lose. If you wanna push the car to its limit, now's the time. That wins the Quattro. Sorry about that, Ferdinand.
All right. You did great. But honestly, this versus that was heartbreaking to watch. On one side, you've got this 1990 Audi Coupe Quattro that took me a mere 2 decades to see crazy hill climbing beast. And on the other, the ultimate goal for any VW, Audi, Porsche nerd like myself. One of the first 2 cars that Raw Welt ever built outside of Japan. Check out the hips on that thing. I know we patched this whole thing together, but I just can't watch either of these lose, so I'm just gonna keep my eyes closed for this one. All good? Can I open my eyes now? Let's meet at the foot of the volcano. It's time to put your skills to the test in an actual Gymkhana.